Welcome back to Absolutely Marvel and DC. Let me just take the time. Welcome back to Absolutely Marvel and DC. My name is Benny, that is Sal, and we get together on a regular basis to talk about all the rumors, news, and theories, and everything going on in the world of superhero movies and comics and TV shows and stuff. Sal, I gotta make the joke. Did you know that a new Marvel Studios Batman trailer came out?
Oh, no.
Oh, it's Marvel Batman!
Yeah, here come the hate. But no, Moon Knight is here,
Yes, Moon Knight is
finally.
finally
And cue the thousands of new Moon Knight fans. I mean, good, because Moon Knight's a fun character, and there's plenty of opportunity to get into Moon Knight. There's like unlike every other character Marvel has created, Moon Knight has like a weird, concentrated effort to be like, oh, you want to get in Moon Knight? Here are like 6 different runs that started from like 2015 onward. You can pick up.
There's a few superheroes that they have done a great job of making it one through wherever they're at. Mm-hmm. You know, and the ones that you like are not those. But
that's true. Yeah. Like get into Spider-Man. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could pick up something from like 20 years ago. But like Moon Knight, which run? Oh, but yeah. We got a trailer. Hooray.
All right, here we go. Moon Knight trailer. As usual, we're going to grab this from Marvel Entertainment today, so if you want to follow along, I'm going to kick it off. So kicking it off, we have Oscar Isaac sitting in his bed.
Yep. Playing a Rubik's Cube.
And he looks... It shows right off that he's got a sleeping issue. He's chaining himself down. He's locking himself in. Mm-hmm. So the first, 20 seconds is just showing that his schizophrenia that we know from being comic fans is related to him being Moon Knight. He assumes it's just an insomnia thing.
Right.
So, hits the ground, 24 seconds in, real portion of the trailer comes up. But I feel like that opening sets the tone. Because for me, Moon Knight's big thing has always been he does what Khonshu, the god of the moon, wants him to do, or whatever he's the god of. I don't even know, actually. I think he's the moon. He's never wanted it. He's just had it.
Yeah. Even when he first becomes Moon Knight, like he's dying in the desert, and he just reaches for the statue and says, save. Khonshu's like, I'll bring you back to life if you follow me. He's like, sure, I don't want to die.
Right.
Like, there's never been I'm interested in this. It's like it's kind of under duress. But yes, so
that's why I like that opening scene in this trailer, because I feel like that first 20 seconds really sets the tone you need to be aware of getting into this. This is going to be a man who doesn't want what he's being given.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he can't. What he says is in the trailer is like he can't tell the difference between his waking life and his dreams. And what we know is, of course, that he has multiple lives or he has multiple personalities. And what's interesting is that each personality is not aware, or maybe certain, like there's one personality that is not aware of the others, and that's the one that he's dealing with here. I think he's Stephen Grant in this trailer for the most part.
Did they call him Stephen? Because I remember when I first heard the name, I was like, that's not the actual name of...
Well, no, because he, in this trailer, like, he's the, English version of Moon... He's the English personality, which actually I always thought was Jake Lockley, but
yeah,
whatever.
I thought it was Jake Lockley, yeah.
Right, because he's here in England, and he's baffled, and then he gets a phone call later, and it's like they ask him... They call him by his other name.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know that person. The fact is, he didn't know he tied himself to his own bed. Like, so someone is sabotaging this personality. One of them is setting against the other one, which is like a really interesting conflict that
It's kind of like a Fight Club concept. Like, they're taking the concept of Fight Club, making it an actual superhero thing.
If they want to say Marvel's Fight Club, that is the best way to sell this show.
Oh, yeah. So we do get to eventually 41 seconds in, we get to see the clip in the mirror. He turns to the mirror, and we get the actual, half a millisecond shot of the full-bodied suit.
Oh yeah, no, we get some more shots, but that's the first time we see it, and
it's we do get more shots. But this clip here is the only time you get to see full straight on profile, no shadows.
Costume. Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. I'm playing it here at quarter. There, I got it. Quarter of a second. It's the full, no shadows, no issues. That is the Moon Knight suit, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
It's a decision, because, they want to go full Egypt with it, so he's like a mummy. All right.
I mean, that's always been Moon Knight's costume, though. Very white, very rap-looking.
It's white, and he has a cape. But for the most part, it's a spandex suit with gauntlets and a belt and stuff. it's a decision, and it's consistent with what they're doing, because like later you'll see that the suit, it's not just like he hides and puts on clothes, but yeah, I think it'll grow on me, because I don't think this is the only Moon Knight suit we're gonna get in this show.
No, I'm really hoping we're going to get Mr. Knight. I think that's why they're really playing into the multiple. So for those who don't know, Moon Knight is the superhero. Mr. Knight is like the detective. He's got a suit. And then there's Mark Spector, or whatever personality he wants. Now, this is a fun one, which I finally saw brightened up on Twitter.
45 seconds?
45 seconds. The beak of the creepy-looking version of Khonshu.
Such a good idea.
To just go with it? Just lean into the creepy?
Just go there. Like, use the modern use all the modern Moon Knight stuff, because it all works. But, like, Khonshu looks amazing from the profile for 1 second, but yeah.
Not even a full second, because it's not even lit up in the actual trailer.
No, but it looks great. Like I'm very happy with that, and I love the idea that I like the idea that there's like one personality of Moon Knight's that like is late to the party.
Yeah, well, because like here we got Khonshu walking towards him.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then it just turns into that old lady.
yeah. And she's like, what are you doing on the floor of this elevator? It's good stuff. But like, and while it's like quippy, there's like a grit to it that Moon Knight requires. And it could be
they're staying dark with it. At least they're showing that here.
Yeah, it looks pretty dark. And not necessarily like it's going to be friggin' R-rated or anything. I just mean like tonally, physically, visually, it looks like a dark show.
Yeah. Well, it's got to dive into the idea of psychosis and, dissociative disorder, dissociative identity disorder.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a part of his character, and you need to go into that if you're going to do Moon Knight properly. Otherwise, you will end up with Marvel's Batman. Because you could just do Moon Knight with moonerangs and be like, he's Batman.
Which you could do. I mean, like, you could go in another direction with this. You could have just made it be like, no. He has no dissociative identity disorder. He just has 3 different identities that he uses to obfuscate his identity as Moon Knight. Yeah. He has a mooncopter. He's an Alfred, which is French, and like that's it. But they're like, no, we're going someplace like kind of interesting with this, which I'm glad they're doing it. I just hope it's done with like, with depth and
so. Any theories about the 108, the woman calling him Mark?
Well, in the captions, the voice on the other end is identified as Layla, not Marlene.
Okay.
So, first, when I first saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, Marlene just called, but it's somebody else, and I'm like, oh, okay. But when she calls, she says, "Oh, thank God you're alive," and she calls him Mark. So, Mark Spector is another personality. I'm betting he has an American accent, and I'm betting he lives on the other side of the country, or he lives in America, and there'll be this whole, like...
So you think they're going to do the storyline where he has multiple normal personalities that he has created to deal with what is happening with Khonshu?
Yeah, I think so. I think that Mark, Jake, and Steven are all... like not Moon Knight is his own personality. That there'll be a fourth, and that's Moon Knight.
Okay, so now we're at 116. We got Ethan Hawke. That is Ethan Hawke, right? I'm not crazy.
It is Ethan Hawke, and he's playing apparently the most obscure Marvel character in the universe. I don't know. I still don't even know who he is, because as I understand it, he's like a combination of characters. Like it's not he is a number of characters. I'll try to pull up what his actual character name is.
But it looks like he's using the idea, like religion, and he's going to be like this religious kind of zealot that Moon Knight needs to fight against.
It's a good idea. Like, yeah, I like the idea of there being, like, kind of this antithesis to Mark's like zealotry. Like it's all about belief.
Yeah.
Apparently he's Arthur Harrow. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
That doesn't sound familiar at all. I'm not like the most Moon Knight expert, but I've read a lot of his comics.
I've read a lot of the most recent run. I loved the Charlie Houston run. I have no idea who this character is. And you know what? Like, fine. You can't... I don't think you can get away with doing Bushwhacker the way that people know Bushwhacker now. Yeah. From like 2006. So, fine.
We get another scene here at 128 where he's surprised by the gun in his hand. So obviously there is a more... Like you said, there's going to be the guy that doesn't know what's going on, and then maybe Mark is actually like aware, and he's using guns, and he's...
Yeah, well, Mark Spector is the mercenary who like trained with the military, and like he is the living weapon, and so I'm assuming that like each one has some kind of speciality. Maybe this Stephen Grant version is like an archaeologist and he's really smart and he has like a lot of knowledge of that will help him through the event. I will say that at 124, he looks like he might be in like an institution. And he's wearing like full white outfit, and it immediately made me think of that famous cover from the Jeff Lemire run, where he is in the straitjacket and he's got like kind of like a hood. I think we're gonna get that shot. In any case, that's just neat. So
no, I do. I want that shot. But the last big thing I wanted to ask you about, is 139.
Yeah.
What do you think about his Sailor Moon transformation?
I hate it. I get it.
That's what that reminds me of. Just
well, I mean, it should. I mean, it's Spawn, it's Sailor Moon, it's Magical Girl. Like it's whatever you need. I think it's just so. I think it's because Marvel is like, we have Oscar Isaac. He's a huge star. I'm not going to not use him. And I need him to be able to do that thing that we've like grown accustomed to in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where the actor turns and like nanotech covers their face for a few seconds. And, he doesn't have access to nanotech, so it's got to be magic. And we can't have we couldn't possibly get away with doing a scene where Mark Spector or Stephen Grant or Jake Lockley like goes into an alley and puts on their Moon Knight costume, because that would be ridiculous. Even though it's like a celebrated moment from Spider-Man Homecoming, but whatever. I get it. I mean, listen, Green Goblin looks like a Power Ranger in Spider-Man from 20 years ago because they said it wouldn't be believable that Norman Osborn would like duck away somewhere and put on a Green Goblin costume, which is just completely ridiculous. But they're still in that mentality. So I get that they're like, we can make it look relatively good. Just have it be magic. I'm disappointed, but like, whatever. At least he looks like Moon Knight.
Yeah, he does. Which brings me to our next scene where he's beating up a werewolf, it looks like.
I think it's an Anubis.
Do you?
I thought it was a werewolf for a second. And I was like, oh, is it going to be Werewolf by Night? Are we going to get like monsters in this show? But I think it's an Anubis.
And then we get the final shot, 146, which was the leaked image from forever ago.
Yep, which whoever leaked that, like, believe them, because they have because they have access to this stuff.
But we get him walking into the camera with the shading and everything on him. But I like how it looks. I do. I like the idea that, like, and I just love the very, I don't know, sure of himself, the confident walk. Like, he is Moon Knight. Moon Knight's not going to be a guy going, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I have... No, when he's Moon Knight, he is Moon Knight. Like,
and here's another thing that they did, that they gave him the white eyes that you don't get in comic book movies and TV shows.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by that.
Right? Like, he has, and I think that they're able to do it because they're like, it's magic. It's a magic suit, so you get to get rid of the eyes. Hell, without the eyes, Oscar Isaac never has to play Moon Knight. Like, no. Oscar Isaac was on set for 2 weeks. We shot all of his Mark Spector, Stephen Grant stuff. And then we have the stunt double and the CG, and that's it.
Might be one of the reasons they're doing it. Just be like, you know what? Moon Knight never, ever, ever has shown his eyes. At least Batman and some more of the Outer Worlds.
Every movie Batman, you see his eyes. Every movie Batman.
Which, honestly, I don't know how that hides it. Oh, Bruce, I see your eyes and the chin. They're both very discernible.
I know exactly who you are.
You look just like George Clooney. I mean...
Right, well, I think, like, most Batman have had, like, brilliant blue eyes. So, yeah. But, no, I love it. I love the idea of them, at least... I can imagine that being a conversation where they're like, it looks... Or maybe it looked really goofy with Oscar Isaac's face behind the cowl. And it, like...
Maybe.
They went, let's just make it CG and then save Isaac a whole bunch of time. I can imagine him, because he played Apocalypse. Yikes.
I didn't know that until someone tweeted out, like, this guy's had an amazing Marvel career of Apocalypse, Spider-Man 2099, and now Moon Knight. And I'm like, holy crap, he was Apocalypse? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, but I can imagine him going, I don't want to ever do that. I don't want to sit in a chair. I don't want to wear all that crap.
Yep.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I were him, I'd be like, yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah. I mean, even with Spider-Man, he's not. It's a CG thing. He's not even actually there. It's a cartoon. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's never not been.
So overall, you hyped? Because I am hyped as dog shit.
Yeah,
is that a hype? I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
I'm happy. I'm excited. I like it. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm not hyped, but I am.
I'm hyped.
happy.
I'm hyped. Marvel Batman, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm genuinely looking forward to this. I hope it's really awesome. Let it be awesome, please, for the love of God.
I'm excited because this to me feels like the first superhero-esque style thing coming to the MCU in this format.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Like pre-Daredevil. Like there's no MCU Daredevil right now outside of course.
Right, but I'm just saying
cameos.
because like WandaVision was cool, but it didn't feel superhero-esque. It ended with the usual MCU fight and all that other crap, but it didn't feel like a superhero. Falcon and Winter Soldier felt like an extended version of the Captain America movie, but there was no true metas or powers or it was just oh, this is fun. I'm enjoying this.
No. I mean, it's a street level superhero. Like we're gonna get a dude. The shot, and I think a lot of people were excited for this. Like I remember seeing that scene or that like sequence where Moon Knight's just wailing on that dude in the bathroom, and people were like getting vibes like the Daredevil hallway scene where they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be like pretty gritty," and I'm like, I mean, it's a CG dog man, so it's not like it's really that scary. But if it's like bare knuckle. Knocked down in the streets, kick ass, and he's also like an Egyptian god who has like Sailor Moon transformations. Close enough, like all right, as long as it starts to normalize the street level superhero, which is what made Marvel famous. Like let's do this,
Right. But all right, well we are absolutely Marvel and DC. I'm excited. Sal's bringing me down. He's bringing me down a level, but. Either way, I'm just excited because it's something that I'm actually new, it's unique, it feels special, something special coming to Disney Plus. So let us know in the comments down below what you think about this trailer, and we will see you guys next time with more Rumor Hype.